Alright, so today, in this video, I will try explaining all my strats and how I did everything in my PB, or not in my PB, in my 2509. And yeah, I will try to explain every strat and pause the video to help explaining. Alright, so in 1-1 you just you just try to go as fast as possible, of course. And in this level you will be grabbing the checkpoint at first and then grab the propeller. And this propeller you try to keep as long as possible. And as you see what I did there, I jumped on the very edge of that block so I could jump on the Koopa and on the Goomba. There I slid just before hitting the Koopa, so I could kill him and just go. And then that's basically 1-1. When 2 is probably the hardest level in World 1. First you just slide down here to kill the Koopas. Over here you jump to the block so you won't be walking up the edge. Or the slope, I mean. Here you just jump over the Goombas. And here you tilt the platform to slide off it because it's faster. And here you duck and then ground pound to get a star here. Because star moves faster and you kill all the enemies in your path. And here you once again tilt the platform, but don't slide because running off a slide is faster with star instead of sliding. And here you slide again. And that's 1-2. In 1-3 nothing really crazy happens. In the beginning you perform a triple jump off this question mark block to dodge the hammer bro if he jumps up. Here you make sure you jump over the first piranha and then you bonk on the pipe. And here you do a double jump and you can barely make it onto the platform above. Okay, wait, that was not a good pause. The visual cue to spin is right above the white dot in the background, and then you can barely make it up here to the secret exit. And you can go to World 5. Here you have to watch a Toad's cutscene, and you can just spam 2 and you will mesh through the cutscene as fast as possible. In the loading screen of the cannon you can spam your 2 button and the loading screen will go a little bit faster. And here you just do a triple jump into the cannon. you just cancel the save message by pressing 1. Okay, so in 5-1 you first want to make sure you do a triple jump off the slope, or you do double jump off the slope and triple jump here, and then ground pound, and you will always get a star. Okay, I will play that again. You do a double jump there and then a triple jump onto the Koopa, and then you can ground pound and get a star. It's the fastest way of grabbing the star. And here you just go through the fines. You need to grab the fine for not too long but not too short either, because if you grab it for too short, you will lose your speed and you will just fall down. So make sure you grab the fine long enough. And here you do a duck jump as far as possible to get in the water as late as possible. So because in the water you lose your speed. And here you do a trick where you jump in between the piranhas and spin and just go just in between the spike balls. It's a pretty precise trick, but it's not too hard to learn. And here you jump like if you barely jump off the edge of the block, you can make that jump. And you just go into the pipe. By grabbing fines, you get a little bit more speed. So make sure to grab that fine to get a little bit extra speed. It's not needed, but you can always do it. Okay, so here's the unavoidable piranha you will be encountering. Spamming 2 in the loading screen is also a little bit faster in overworld enemies. Alright, so here Mario walks, you need to press run and left, and then just before falling you need to unhold 1 and you will just only walk off, and you will barely grab the toad balloon here, and then you need to press run again and just finish it. But if you run off here, you will not grab the toad balloon. So you need to unhold 1 for a second. Okay, here I choose to do 5-3 because it's a couple seconds faster than 5-2. So in the beginning of 5-3, you go left for a short amount of time to avoid getting hit by the bramble at the beginning. And then you just jump off the bramble's head. And you need to make sure on this bramble that you jump on the right of his head, so you make this jump onto here. And here you slow down for a second to also avoid getting hit by that one. You need to make sure that you don't hit your head by any of the blocks, so you slow down. And you need to do ground pound cancel, so you also don't get hit by jumping over him. And here you wall jump off the left block. And here doing a triple jump over that one works the best. And that's pretty much 5-3. So in the next level, 5T, it's basically just a level where you go up, and you really need a propeller for this level because it's way faster. It's not really hard. It's just getting muscle memory of this level and know where to go. And when you know where every dry bone is and where you need to go with a propeller, you just get here and need to wait. Then you can go through there. And you can just finish the level. You don't have to be extremely fast to make it to the end. Except if you want to get the hard cycle, which is called 556. But yeah. If you just get here in time, you can easily make it with a 546 door in the in-game timer. Or as I got here, 547. Here you go left to a bit in the beginning, because if you don't go left in the beginning here, you will, if you jump immediately, you will get hit by this green fireball thingy. So yeah, going left and then going right to jump on his head is the best way to go. And then you lure him to the left, to the right, I mean. So he will reopen on the place where I stood. And you lure him to the left again, right, I'm sorry, you lure him to the right again. And then it will open in this place. So I will, in the first round he will open here. In the second round he will open right here. If you go right, both times. Not left. Okay, so here you cancel the save message again. And then this a pretty hard level. You usually need to use a raft, but you can totally skip it by just doing some cool movement. Alright, so in the beginning you jump off the edge of the raft and then you propeller up, do a wall jump, and make sure you touch this orange platform again with your feet, because if you don't, Mario will just go over and will not be able to propeller again, because he didn't touch any ground yet. And then you propeller up again to make it to that platform and do the exact same thing. Then you go in this question mark block, propeller up without jumping. You don't need to make a jump off this one. You can just propeller up, and then you will go in this one. Here you need to do a jump, and then propeller again, and then you will go in this power block. You can use the power block, it's about 2 seconds slower, but the enemies here will die, so you don't have the risk that you get hit here. But not hitting it is slightly faster, but a little bit riskier. And yeah, and then you land here, and here's the weirdest thing of this level. You jump up and make sure that you, at the peak of your jump, so when Mario starts falling down again, you spin up and you will go somewhere above the level, and you can walk there. It's pretty weird. And then you fall down after a little bit, and then you just spin up, go down, and go to the pipe. With enough practice, this level isn't too hard. Alright, so this ghost house is a dark level, and here you just need to remember where you need to go, so you need to play this level a couple of times. So first you need to go down here, skip this gap here, go up, skip this gap, go down here, and go down here to the left. And then you will go into the door to the secret exit. So we press this button just to get a little bit more light, and this button again. This is a pretty tight jump here. You can also just jump down and propeller up again, but it's a little bit slower. And this is a pretty precise jump because you need to make sure you don't get hit by the ghost. And you barely make it onto the platform. And then at the edge of this platform you jump again and you can barely make it to here. And you enter the door to the end of the level. Right, so here you make sure you hit this corner of the block to do a double jump, bonk onto here, and then you can jump in between the boos here. That's pretty much the level. So on to World 8 now. Also in this cannon, you make sure you spam 2 in the loading screen so it goes a little bit faster. And here just go into the cannon. To World 8. Alright, so the first level in World 8 is by some speedrunners considered the hardest level. In this level there is a meteor RNG which can kill you sometimes. So right here you jump on the edge of this purple platform to barely make the jump over the fire pillar, and you will land about here. So here you want to do a triple jump of this orange blocks to get over here. You can also make it without the triple jump, but you need to jump on the very edge of the block to make it to the very edge of this block. So triple jump here is the easiest way. And here you do a jump and spin up and go down again. There's a meteor that can fall down here. So make sure you don't get too close to that side, but do it about right here. Alright, so here you just fall down and bounce off the 2 beetles here. And do a slightly higher jump to make it onto these. And here you bounce off this beetle, of the right one, to get a double jump, and do a triple jump of here to get over the fire pillar. In this block here, in the left one, is a backup fire flower, so if you lose propeller you can get a fire flower there, as you can see. Alright, so here's the hardest trick of 8-1. You first of all slide down the slope to jump over this beetle. Because if you hit this beetle, you will most likely die in this lava here. Then you damage boost, slide down here, do a troll just before hitting the fire. Then you do a double jump of this here. And then do a triple jump off here, of the left thingy. And you can barely make it over there. So, to show it again. And then you make sure you go into the pipe. Alright, so in the next level, you don't grab a mushroom yet. It's actually faster if you're small. In some parts. So in the beginning there's a little bit RNG too, but it cannot really kill you. Alright, so here you jump on the question mark block. Then I go under the Koopa here. Goomba, I mean, to make sure I don't get hit. And then you jump in between these two. And then you need to make sure that you jump on this orange platform here. So we're doing twirls in the air. So you can jump over the big ball here. And you don't grab the checkpoint because you want to be small now. Just this jump here is pretty precise over this huge rolling hill. You slide down or run down this rolling hill that goes to the right, so it gives you extra speed. Then you jump over here, do 2 twirls, and barely make it onto here. And then in this block here, there's a star that you will be grabbing to go faster and go run through the enemies. If you run over that rolling hill, you'll get extra speed, and then here you will go to the left and go into the pipe. Okay, right here you need to do first 2 jumps off there, and then go up here and make sure to not touch any of these because they slow you down really much. So right here you do 2 jumps off there, and then you jump up because there's an invisible wall, or a fake wall I mean, and then you can jump over the POW, jump into there and do 2 twirls and get there. And then these speed you up, just you need to make sure to touch them. Alright, so this next level is pretty much an auto-scroller, somewhat. So yeah, you just need to make sure to not get hit and grab the mushroom in the beginning. It's mostly waiting. But if you are near the end, there are some faster ways to jump off. So when you encounter this fire pillar, you need to start running to the right, and you can jump off there as quick as possible and do some wall jumps there. And there you can basically run off this to hit the roller coaster, so you don't need to jump there. Right, so close to the star cone here, there are these 2 fire pillars right here, and so basically the fire pillar after the star cone, you start to do a jump to the right here. After the fire pillar you start to jump to the right and then jump off its head to get there as fast as possible. You don't grab the fire flower there. You can grab it to be extra safe, but an animation of getting a power up loses about 0.5 seconds. Right, so here after this fire pillars you jump off it again, and these wall jumps there are pretty precise, so you need to make sure you wall jump about here and make it onto this here, and get up there. And these two here are the final roller coasters. This part isn't really long. When it starts to go up, you just need to make a jump of it and you can grab the flagpole. Alright, so the next level is probably also one of the hardest. You need to grab the propeller again here. And there are some precise skips you can perform with the propeller. So first you just go make a path there and then grab this propeller here by doing a ground pound on the edge of this box and on the edge of this platform to not fall down and just get a propeller shoot into you, and you can continue. And here you do a duck jump to fit under these cannons. And then I walk off this of these boxes there. So I bounce off a Mega Koopa. And when I reach the border of these two boxes, I spin with my propeller. So I can barely get up there. And then here you always need to wait for the green pipe. Right, so here are the parts where you need the propeller the most. So first of all, this jump is easy, just jump up. And when you're down, you can spin up again. And here, I do a duck jump to barely avoid this, because if you bonk this, you cannot make the jump anymore. And then you spin here to barely make that jump. Here you also use the propeller again where you fall down and you spin up. And here you duck under, spin up and go to the checkpoint. And here you do a duck jump off this edge. And then when you're about to die, you spin up again and do 2 wall jumps. Make it onto this. And you're at the boss fight. Okay, so in the boss fight, when Bowser Jr. goes up, he drops a bomb and you need to make sure to do a ground pound as fast as possible to make the bomb hit. And you can go up him and try getting a trick that's really hard, where you can hit him without a bomb. It's called bombless. And you can just, go up there and chill at his clown cart, so he won't shoot fireballs at you. And you basically need to ground pound immediately when he drops the last bomb. And then it will hit him. The boss fight is not too hard. So here Mario decides to not grab Peach and lets Kamek pick her. Alright, so the final level, 8C, is definitely also one of the hardest levels, especially when you're when you have nerves, because being nervous is a common thing when you get a run this far. That's really good. Okay, so in the beginning, you do a triple jump off the brick blocks to make it onto the platform there. Okay, and here, after this triple jump, I do a duck jump here, and do a double jump here, and on the edge of this block, I do a triple jump onto here. You need to triple jump there, or else you won't make it. It's a really precise jump. But I do a duck jump here first, so Mario won't double jump and triple jump here. So I duck jump, double jump, triple jump. And then you fall down and jump off here. And here slow down here a bit to don't get hit. And that's the same thing there. And here you just jump up and barely avoid the fireball. Here you need to wait a bit. And you need to make sure that you don't get hit to the firebar. Then you just jump and propeller up and go into the pipe. This is an auto-scrolling room where you just need to wait and don't die. If you just use your propeller, you can have enough platforms to stand on. Okay, so my visual cue here is if this platform part of the background starts appearing with the yellow and red things and this pillar stops, the pipe is near, so if you see that and it's about right here, you can start propelling up. And then if these coins here appear, these 3 coins, then the pipe is there at the bottom. Okay, so when you enter this door, you first get a corridor with fireballs, and these fireballs are RNG, so you you need to learn maneuver through these. Okay, so here you just spin over Bowser and go into the button. And here there's about a 30-second cutscene that plays, where you find out that it is not a real Peach and that you have been scammed. So that's mostly just waiting. Okay, so here you duck jump every time Bowser shoots a fireball. So you create you manipulate his fireballs to create a path. And here he shoots 3 other fireballs, and with a 3rd fireball you go to the right. And then wait here again for him to shoot another fireball. And then you're done with the fireballs. The final part in Escape is definitely the hardest part of this level. You first do a triple jump off there to get another triple jump off here and make it barely into the platform. Do another triple jump, fly up, go down. You barely make this jump, spin up, do a wall jump, and do a triple jump off there. And then spin up here again and press the button. So, in Escape, you first do a triple jump off these 3 platforms. Then you do another double jump off here, and do a triple jump and barely make it into that platform. That's a pretty precise jump right there. But you can barely make it. And then you jump on this platform off here, go a little bit to the left, so you slow down and don't bonk. And then you can propeller up and spin down again. And here you can make a jump and make sure you don't touch the platform on top, because it will slow you down. And then you spin up there to do a one jump off the left wall, and then you just make sure you jump on these platforms and spin up and hit a button, and when you hit the button the time stops. So yeah, if you like this tutorial and it was helpful, make sure to like and I hope it helps for people that want to run this game and do high level strats. So yeah, this was the video. Have a good day.